Today I'll show you how I use some gold leaf and real diamonds on this miniature Crimson Bond kit. Welcome back, my name is Shyra. Let's get right into it. Foil leaf is really thin metal that can be applied with an adhesive. There's silver leaf, gold, copper, and there are also a variety of colors and even some patterns. Here are some project ideas. Share anything you think of, but you could do a fireplace, a frame, you could even cover a statue in gold. So I bought this gold leaf back in 2016 to do a Pinterest painting, which I never ended up doing. I wanted to use it in miniature, so I came up with the idea of making a gold bar. Foil gives a realistic metal look that paint can't beat. This idea is slightly more creative. This is a vintage Crimson Bond kit. It's the Victorian dresser set. It's made from polystyrene, which is a paintable plastic. The kit includes some normal things we can all recognize, like a hairbrush, comb, and hand mirror. But it also includes a hair receiver where Victorian women would save the hair from their hairbrush to use to fill pincushions and small pillows. Anyway, while I was removing all these tiny things from the sprue, it dawned on me that it would have been a lot easier to do this project if I had just left them attached. But you know what they say about hindsight, so I just carried on removing the items from the sprue. Each piece has a little plastic burr from where it was attached, so make sure you drop it and then sand that off. I used some fine sandpaper to give the plastic a little bit of tooth for the adhesive to grab to because I chose not to paint these first. Speaking of paint, some of you eagle-eyed watchers may notice that there's some house paint on my hands. It will actually get worse throughout this video. I've had to keep the last couple weeks' videos simple because I'm so busy, but I will be doing more fun, creative things, like I'm planning to furnish and accessorize the little farmhouse I created recently. So I have that to look forward to once this project is wrapped up. Alright, now that our pieces are prepped, we're ready to get to the leafing. The adhesive and foil I'm using are from Martha Stewart Crafts. There are basic instructions on the packaging, and there's supposed to be more in-depth information on the website, but these products have actually been discontinued, so they must have been really big sellers. This process is pretty simple. This is the adhesive. It's quite thin. I'm using a flat brush to paint the adhesive on. Then I let it dry until it becomes tacky, because the foil doesn't stick very well if the glue is still wet. What I did is paint several pieces at a time with the glue, and all of them worked really well with the foil, even the pieces that had dried for a few minutes. Once the glue is tacky, you lay a piece of foil over it, and I press it down with my finger. For simple pieces like this, I used my finger, and for more intricate pieces, I used a soft paintbrush. I decided to leave the extra foil overhanging so I could paint the frame of the mirror and then just fold the excess foil over it. This way I got really good coverage on the sides and edges. So when I did this step, I actually forgot to wait to let the glue get tacky and started immediately applying the foil to the glue, and the coverage wasn't nearly as good. So I had to go back and piece in some little pieces that never stuck. I really like this craft though because it's pretty foolproof. Anywhere they didn't stick, I just applied more glue, waited for it to get tacky, and added new foil. The comb has fine details, so I'll take a different approach. Rather than pressing the foil in with only my finger, I'll switch and use a paintbrush. I covered all the rest of the vanity pieces in gold and put them aside. I'll be embellishing a couple of these later, but I don't want to lose them for now, so they'll go into my adorable tiny box. To complete the vanity mirror, I first sanded the little burr off of the fake mirror part, the glass. Then I used some model cement that I got for $3 at the hardware store to glue it in place. The only other item that requires assembly is the hairbrush. I scraped away some of the leaf on this little plastic part that I need to have exposed to attach the bristles of the brush. The wide part of the bristles go up toward the top of the brush. I was planning to paint these bristles to make them look more realistic, but as you can see from my thumb, I've been doing enough painting. But I wasn't too busy to add tiny diamonds to these miniatures. I bought these diamonds on Etsy. It cost $70 for 200. These are the only diamonds I own. The easiest part is taking the tip of my sharp X-Acto knife and creating a little V-shaped channel for the diamond to sit in. Then I use tweezers in my beat-up hand to reach into the bag and pull some diamonds out. These diamonds are about the size of a period at the end of a sentence, but they're probably like 10 carats in 1/12 scale. I use E6000 jewelry and bead glue to attach the diamonds to the plastic. Saying that sentence out loud makes this seem really weird. Then I carefully take a diamond on my fingertip and press it into the hole. I added 4 diamonds to this brush, and even though they're tiny, they are faceted so they catch the light nicely. This kit does include some picture frames, and there are templates on the back of the packaging. I didn't have any tiny antique photos handy, so I just cut up some of these Halloween apothecary labels and stuck them in my frames. Let me know what you think of this project and what type of foil you would use and what you would make. The bronze statue was created by artisan Jim Pounder. The flowers, vanity, stool, and mirror are made by unknown artisans. As always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.